Make a date with Rev Dr Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
This is Rev Dr Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International. We meet behind the trade fair behind Zenith College, bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. And this morning, I would like to investigate another aspect of life, and I'd like to call it Destiny Spies. I was reading Genesis 24, and Genesis 24 is basically a story of, it centers around four players. That is Rebecca, Isaac, Abraham, and Eliezer. Isaac had reached the marriage age, and Abraham had laid down the rules by which, or the type of woman that he would want his son to get married to. And of course, every father would like a particular kind of woman for his, they shouldn't impose it, but that's the reality of life. Every parent would like their children to marry somebody that is of worth. And they may not dictate, but that may be their desire. Genesis 24, the story in the Bible is very interesting. Genesis 24. And in Genesis 24, you realize that Eliezer comes to the place, he prays a prayer to God, help me, blah, 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 blah. Nice prayer. I thought it was a very nice prayer. And mind you, that prayer was not for let the person be beautiful, let the person have walk with a gazelle, let the person have, all the measurements that you want. He never prayed for that. But he began to pray for character qualities of character. Let that person be kind. Let that person be hospitable. Let that person be approachable. Let that person be, the virtues. That was what he was praying for. Now, here comes our interesting piece. And that, for me, that's the interesting piece. Now, after he prayed, then he opened his eyes to watch. And of course, we watch and we pray. Then Rebecca came to town. And when Rebecca came to town, he began to watch Rebecca to see. He began to watch all the other girls, but there was one person who stood out, and that person was Rebecca. And so he was watching Rebecca on a constant basis to see. And he was examining Rebecca or investigating Rebecca in his mind's eye. In his mind's eye, he was investigating her, and he was watching her to see who she was, what she did. Is she a cultured person? Is she just a baseless lady? He was watching all those things. And it was based on what he saw that he chose. So guess what? Rebecca's name would never be in the book of books if Eliezer had not chosen her. But Rebecca's name entered into Destiny's books because she had character. That is what I want to say. Listen, somebody's watching you. Without you being aware, somebody's watching your decorum. Somebody's watching your character. Somebody's watching your conduct. Somebody's watching your love, your faith, your purity. Somebody's watching all these things. So quietly, you are being investigated through the eyeglasses of destiny. So somebody's seriously watching you, and you may not be aware who's watching. And in the same way, in that very same chapter, when Rebecca was going and she saw Isaac from prayer, you get it, she also began to investigate Isaac. Who is this man? That's the question she asked. So whether we like it or not, we are playing out, life is like a drama stage, and you are playing out who you are on the stage. You are writing your own character and qualities on a page for everyone to see. And the sad aspect is that you don't know who is investigating you, or you don't know who is watching you to see what type of person you are. So being, therefore, surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, how should we conduct ourselves in our faith, in our love, in our character, in our conduct, in our purity? You get it? All these things play a role in the determination of who you are. Now, people are investigating. You'll be very, very surprised. Before you are giving visas to certain particular countries, you will be investigated. Before you are accepted to do a particular job, you will be investigated. Before you go for another level to the university, you get it, you'll be investigated through your exam results. So all throughout life and in the pursuit of your destiny, and wherever you believe God is taking you, somebody is investigating you. Somebody is watching. Somebody is quietly observing. And that person is forming an opinion of you based upon the things you do, based upon the things you say, based upon how you conduct yourself, based upon the character qualities you show. You are being watched. You are being investigated. And you never know the passport to greatness or the passport to wealth. You see, Joseph was investigated by the butler. So at the time when the king needed somebody to interpret dreams, it was the butler who recommended Joseph. He said, I know somebody. And mind you, he didn't even mention Joseph's name. He said, I know a Hebrew boy. That guy has the capacity. That guy has the qualities to handle this impossible dream of yours. Somebody's investigating you. Somebody's examining you. But you know, don't say it, but it's in their mind. So you are writing your own story, or you're writing your character traits, or you're writing your own piece for promotion in the mind of somebody by your actions, by what you say, and by the things you do. Listen, there are spies of destiny watching you. So be mindful and see you later.